Many people around the world live with mental health conditions. In fact, studies show that nearly 1 in every 8 people globally lives with a mental health challenge. This is a very large number, but talking about it can feel difficult or even scary. The words we use, like depression or anxiety, can sound heavy and clinical. For someone experiencing these feelings for the first time, or for someone trying to understand a loved one, these labels can be intimidating. This is where art, especially digital illustration, steps in to offer a gentle and welcoming hand, creating a new language for our inner experiences that everyone can understand. Digital illustrations transform complex emotions into simple, relatable images. Imagine trying to explain the feeling of anxiety. You could use many words, but a drawing of a person tangled in tight scribbled lines might show it instantly. This visual language cuts through the fear and stigma that often surround mental health conversation. An illustration can show sadness as a gentle rain cloud over a person's head, or depict hope as a tiny seed sprouting in the dark. These images are not frightening. They are soft, approachable, and they invite us to look closer and feel a sense of connection without needing a dictionary. The power of these artworks lies in their ability to make the invisible visible. Mental health struggles happen inside our minds and hearts, hidden from view. This can make people feel very alone, as if they are the only ones going through something so difficult. When an artist creates a digital drawing that captures a specific feeling, like the weight of exhaustion or the chaos of overthinking, it brings that internal experience out into the open. Seeing that feeling represented in a picture validates it. It tells the viewer what you are feeling is real, and others feel it too. This shared understanding is the first step toward healing and community. Ultimately, these illustrations serve as bridges. They connect the person experiencing a mental health challenge with those who want to support them. They also connect individuals to their own feelings in a safer, more manageable way. Instead of being overwhelmed by a big, scary concept, a person can look at a drawing and think, yes, that's it, that's how I feel. This simple act of recognition is incredibly powerful. It reduces the shame and isolation that so often come with mental health issues, creating a space where it is okay to not be okay, and to start a conversation about getting better. Digital illustrations have become a cornerstone of modern mental health awareness campaigns, spreading messages of hope and support across the internet. You can see them everywhere, from colorful posters shared on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook to animated videos on YouTube. Organizations dedicated to mental health use these visuals to capture attention quickly and deliver important information in a way that is easy to digest. For example, a campaign might use a series of illustrations to show the small steps someone can take to manage stress, like taking a deep breath or going for a walk, making self-care feel achievable and not like a monumental task. These campaigns are effective because they meet people where they are online. In today's digital world, we scroll through endless feeds of information. A bright, thoughtfully designed illustration can stop us in our tracks and make us pause. Unlike a long block of text, a visual is processed by our brains almost instantly. An animated short might tell a complete story about someone's journey from feeling lost to finding help, all without a single word of dialogue. This immediate impact is crucial for spreading awareness to a wide and diverse audience, including young people who are highly active on these digital platforms. The forms these illustrations take are incredibly varied, which adds to their strength. Some might be simple, cartoon-like characters that feel friendly and non-threatening, making them perfect for explaining difficult topics to children or teens. Others might be more abstract and artistic, using colors and shapes to convey the atmosphere of a certain mental state. For instance, a campaign for World Mental Health Day might feature a global gallery of digital art, with each piece representing a different perspective on well-being. This variety ensures that the message of mental health awareness can resonate with people from all walks of life and cultural backgrounds. The effect these visuals have on viewers is profound. Seeing an illustration that mirrors your own hidden feelings can create a powerful sense of relief and validation. It's a silent acknowledgement that you are not alone in your struggle. This feeling of being seen can be the catalyst that encourages someone to take the next step, whether it's talking to a friend, reaching out to a family member, or seeking professional help from a therapist. The illustrations act as gentle signposts, pointing people toward resources and reminding them that support is available and that recovery is possible. artists and mental health advocates agree that illustrations are a uniquely powerful tool for communication because they speak directly to our emotions. Many digital artists who focus on mental health draw from their own personal experiences. They translate their journeys with anxiety, depression, or healing into their art, creating work that is honest and deeply authentic. An artist might share an illustration about their bad brain day and receive hundreds of comments from people saying, "I feel this way too." This direct connection builds a supportive community around the art, where people feel safe to share their own stories and offer encouragement to one another. Mental health professionals also see immense value in using illustrations to support their work. Art can bypass the defense mechanisms that people sometimes put up when talking about their feelings. It is a softer entry point into a difficult conversation. A therapist might use an illustrated card deck to help a client identify their emotions, or a school counselor might use a poster with friendly characters to teach young students about empathy and kindness. Advocates point out that visuals make mental health education more accessible, especially for those who may have language barriers or find reading large amounts of text challenging. The reason illustrations work so well is that they foster empathy. When you look at a drawing of a character who is struggling, you can more easily put yourself in their shoes. You don't just understand their pain on an intellectual level, you feel it on an emotional one. This empathetic connection is vital for breaking down stigma. Stigma often comes from a lack of understanding or fear of the unknown. Art helps to replace that fear with compassion. It shows the human side of mental illness, reminding us that behind every diagnosis is a person with feelings, hopes, and the desire to be well. Furthermore, artists emphasize that the creative process itself is a form of healing. For them, creating these illustrations is a way to process their own emotions and make sense of their experiences. By sharing their work, they are not only helping others, but also reinforcing their own path to well-being. This authenticity is what makes the art so impactful. Viewers can sense that the creator understands what they are going through because they have been there themselves. This shared vulnerability is what transforms a simple drawing into a powerful message of solidarity and hope. While digital art is already making a huge difference, there are simple strategies that can make illustration campaigns for mental health even more effective and supportive. One key idea is to promote more diversity in the artwork. It is important that people from all backgrounds, different races, cultures, abilities, and identities can see themselves represented in these visuals. When campaigns feature a wide range of human experiences, the message of "you are not alone" becomes much more inclusive and powerful. Collaborating with artists from diverse communities can ensure that the illustrations are authentic and resonate with a broader audience. Another powerful strategy is to make the illustrations more interactive. Instead of just being static images, they can be part of a larger conversation. For example, a campaign could post an illustration with a question like, "What does self-care look like for you today?" and encourage people to share their own drawings or thoughts in the comments. This turns passive viewing into active participation, building a stronger sense of community and shared support. Animated illustrations with clickable links to mental health resources like helplines or educational websites can also seamlessly guide people from awareness to action. To deepen the impact, campaigns should focus on pairing hopeful messages with practical advice. It is wonderful to show someone they are understood, but it is even better to offer them a small, concrete step they can take. An illustration about feeling overwhelmed could be accompanied by a simple breathing exercise explained in the caption. A drawing about loneliness could be paired with suggestions for connecting with others, even in small ways. This combination of emotional support and actionable guidance empowers people to make positive changes in their lives, no matter how small they may seem at first. In conclusion, creative visuals are not just decorations, they are essential tools in mental health education and advocacy. Digital illustrations have a unique ability to break down barriers, foster empathy, and create a sense of universal understanding. They make difficult conversations easier to start and help people feel seen in their struggles. By continuing to create and share art that is inclusive, interactive, and genuinely helpful, we can build a world where talking about mental health is as normal and natural as talking about physical health. Through these pictures of our inner worlds, we can paint a future that is more compassionate and supportive for everyone.